What's going on, guys? I'm Mr. Lazyboy, and today I'm coming at you with another amateur hour review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Raphael, the angry one, as so the packaging says. Now, one thing of note is that while opening the box for this figure, I did end up losing the baby turtle. It's somewhere in my couch. I don't know where it is. I just know it's inside the couch because that's where I opened it. So I'm sorry about that. I won't have the turtle for this video. But y'all basically know what they all look. They all have the same mold. It's just the same skin tone as the figure itself. So with that out of the way, let's get into the review. I get thirsty. So here we have the figure right in front of us, and off the bat, it just looks great. I love it. It looks super accurate, even with the head shape to the little cart here. Now, before I say anything else, the size are a little bit of a thing because I have to position them to a certain way because, oh god, this thing is falling over. So this figure looks great. It looks nice and bright and colorful like the movie was. Well, not really. It was kind of dirty and grungy, but you know what I'm trying to say. It looks really nice, like this little artwork here on the back. And it's really nice. One thing to mention, Raph is noticeably bigger than the others. If you compare him to Donnie, even though well, the scaling looks a little off right now, that's just because of the way my camera is. But his legs are super thick compared to his brothers. Even his ankles are much thicker than his brother. That's kind of crazy. Also, you can notice the difference in skin tone, especially on here. On here, it's much more prominent than it is in real life. In the movie, Raph is obviously the biggest of his four brothers. He's the tallest. I don't know if he's the oldest. I'm pretty sure Leo's the oldest in this version, but that's no big deal. I like bigger, chunkier Raph, just like in Rise of the TMNT. And yeah, his legs are visibly thicker. Also, his wraps, they're a lot more, predominant on this figure. It's really nice. Also, his turtle shell is huge. The other turtles are huge, but, look at this. Look at the noticeable size difference. And yes, I kind of painted a little bit on mine just to give it a little oomph. I kind of messed up, but I don't care. You guys already got that review. And then, oh my god. And there's just the black solid plastic for the belt, with the little hoops for the size. And now, while it has the silver belt buckle, I feel like that should have rather gone towards the duct tape on his belt, just because that's a lot more prominent than the belt buckle. I don't know, even on the art right here, you can't see the silver details, so that's just should have been right here instead. Now, a little complaint of mine is the pouch. The pouch in all the toys is always a different color. Sometimes it's brown, sometimes it's this maroon color. I don't know what it is. I feel like that maroon color just fits better. I'm not really a big fan of brown, but whatever. And of course, you got the size. It's meant to match the art style, so it's kind of wobbly. It's got the little dots on one side and both on the other side, just like Leo's, except Leo only has the dots on one side. Now on this side, he doesn't really have the dots. He just has the little duct tape thing. I need to paint that. I don't really want to though, because it'll just chip if I slide this in here, so I gotta be careful with that. And he's also got that little scratch on his chest. Who knows where it came from? That's just a little character detail that I like. Raph always has some kind of nicks and stuff, mostly on his shell, because he's the one that likes to fight the most. Like Raphael from 2012, Raphael from Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, even though that wasn't really on purpose or because he likes to fight. It was an accident. But moving on to the face sculpt, it's nice. It's okay, I guess, for a basic figure. I'm not too fond of this expression just because we never... This is a common thing with Raph figures. This is a common thing with Raph figures, is that he's always made to look super angry, but he's just never is this angry. Can you guys name me a single time in Mutant Mayhem where he's this mad? I can't think of it. He likes to fight, but when he fights, he's happy, never angry. The bandana tails are a little short, and also they're just molded to this direction, which is, I guess, kind of accurate to the movie, because if you look in the movie, their bandanas are tied off to the left or not exactly centered. Which is a little cool detail, because when you tie a bandana from the back, you don't always get in the center if you're doing it by yourself. And also the white paint kind of doesn't really work that well on here, because it's a red figure. They should have done maybe one more coat, because you can just see it looks a little pink, and I'm not a fan of that. Now moving on to the weapons tree, you got the two ninja stars that look exactly like the one he had in that teaser trailer, and the scene where they throw fruit and stuff when they basically play Fruit Ninja. And it's really nice. I will be taking off that one ninja star. I have been taking off little accessories here and there from the weapons trees, like the pizza slices and the ooze canisters. I take those off, but the rest I pretty much keep on, unless it's something substantial enough for me to take it off. But yeah, one of those ninja stars I will be taking off. Probably maybe this one. I just like this one a lot. These things that come with these things also came with the 2012 figure. I don't know what they're for. Raph never uses these whatsoever. That knife, I think it's the same one as that Leo has, but I'm not sure. And of course, I got the ooze canister and the pizza, which I will be taking off. I don't really know what else to say about this figure. It's just a nice figure. It's pretty solid. It's really chunky and beefy. Like it's got its like, you know, it's a pretty fairly heavy figure. That's also one of its downfalls because of how heavy it is. He's a lot easier to fall over. Like look how much of the back of his shell takes over his body. Like that is so much mass just going on the back. And these guys don't really have like heels like the Rise of the TMNT line did. So like they're more likely to fall over because like that's what the heels are meant for. Now this is another thing about like my complaint about the SDC turtles is they don't have as much paint necessarily on the places that matter. Like the SDC Raphael, he doesn't have the paint here or the paint on the side. Yeah, that would have chipped off, but I'm sure you could have figured something out. Maybe get better paint. I don't know. Come on, guys. $30 for a figure. It needs more paint, especially because I'm pretty sure it doesn't come with the accessories. Now, there is a little bit of paint bleeding, like right here. There's a little bit of like red going onto the green. That's one of the little things that comes with this figure. I personally just picked this figure because it's the one that has like the widest eyes, and that's not even that good. Same with the mouth here. It's also not that good. There's like a little bit of paint spillage, like a little dot of. There's like a little dot of black paint there. I'm not a fan of that. And I know this is mostly main negatives, but I really like this figure. It's just I wish the head sculpt was better. On all these figures, I wish it was better. Like I'm not a fan of the basic figure head sculpts. Like they're okay for what they are, but I would have much preferred like the sound effects figures because those head sculpts are really well done. They look super accurate to the movie. I wish that was the head sculpt for Raph because it's like a very like excited and happy and fun face. Same with Leo and Mikey. Not so much Donnie. That's kind of the same expression as this figure right here. So yeah, I probably might pick up just the rest of the sound effects figures. I might not because that Mikey figure was not a pleasant experience. So I had to turn that into that amateur custom that you guys did not watch. The pizza slice just does not work because it's like a silver pizza. So I'm gonna have to paint that myself just so it doesn't look wrong because like who the hell eats a silver pizza? Like I'd rather... And it's a pepperoni pizza. Is that you think they would have made different kinds of pizza for like each turtle, but like no, it's just pepperoni for everyone, I guess. I don't know. I also did take off a Ninja Star, which is I don't know if it's a good sacrifice having the Ninja Star be a proper color over the pepperoni pizza. That's just not. It's not that good of a trade-off because you have a whole pizza slice versus 2 Ninja Stars that are like the exact same piece. But for $10, I really shouldn't be complaining that much. Also, you got the broken ooze canister, which differs from the Johnny one, which is just a solid ooze, which is just a solid one piece that's not broken. Now, of course, Raph and Leo's are solid pieces, but like they're like broken ooze canisters instead of like fixed ones like Raph's and like Donnie and Mikey's, which is nice. It's nice to have a little variation between the ooze canisters. And of course, the shurikens do fit on the little holes on these little weapons racks, so you could just hang them up there. It's not that hard. So that's probably how I'm going to keep them, unless I'll do it in Raph's hand. Also, Raph does not hold the Ninja Stars very well because of how big his hands are, clearly. So you have to put, like, the little Ninja Star hole through his thumb just so he can hold it. I don't really like that. Like, I prefer it when you don't have to, like, open their hands so much as you just have to, like, slide it down, like, their hands. Like, that makes it so much easier. Like, I prefer, like, closed hands like this. Kind of like what the Transformers figures do, like, where they just have the hands like this. And you just slip the weapon down the middle. I prefer that. I would prefer if they did that with the figures here, especially because like you don't really like open those hands for much. Like you just slip things in through it. Like especially when you have the motorcycles, or if you have like the zip lines, you could just do that. You don't have to have these open. I don't really know what the heck that's for. Or at least have them like slightly open, like just like little bit, just so you can like hold the finer accessories like this. Like this slice of pizza, I know for a fact it's not going to fit in Raph's hand. Besides my complaints, this is a pretty nice figure. I like it a lot. It's just, I've got my issues with it. So maybe during like the Paramount Plus series or for the next movie, they'll give us more accurate head shapes, which I hope they will because that'd be much nicer and more appreciated, especially by me because I'm a pretty big toy collector, which you'll see in my upcoming like room tour. I don't know when that'll be, but you'll get it eventually. I just don't know when because if I show you guys my room, you're gonna see a bunch of stuff that I have coming for in the future. So that's like slight spoilers, but if you guys want to see that, leave a comment and I'll make that. But if you don't and just want to keep it a secret, then still comment because I need the engagement. But the final verdict on this figure is a solid just A. I'm gonna give it an A on this one. It's nice. Although it has those issues, the main point of this figure is just to hold his size and be this. The weapons tree, like, they don't even come off like that. So, like, it's mostly like a display thing. And, of course, I lost the baby turtle. But I love the baby turtle. Just that baby turtle alone, even though it's not here, I would have loved it. Cherished it like it was my own child. But this is just an A. I like it. I like it more than Donnie's, even though Donnie's is really great. I should probably bump up the score on this one. But I just can't. Just because oh my god. just because of the unpaintedness of this figure. Like, this figure has pretty fair painting, even though, like, this is really, like, what's missing right here is just this big old little, this here, this right here, this, and that duct tape. I mean, the figure already is green. I can see why they didn't do that, but it's still annoying. But with this messy ending, I'm gonna have to go, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and to hit the bell icon when you subscribe, so that way you can see my next video, which is going to be the Amateur Hour Mikey review. We'll be getting that tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. I gotta go. Peace out.
Bandana over our face, cut out some holes for the eyes. Beneath the streets of New York, in the sewers we hide. You try to see us, but you can't. Like my Murdoch size, we're just some heroes in a half shell, fighting some crime. It goes red, blue, purple, and orange. You see them colors on the face, man, don't come toward us.